Okay. Yay! Happy Halloween time, everybody. We're all in costumes.
Why are you doing that voice?
I don't know. Maybe I just liked it.
It is a pagan holiday. All of you heretics should burn.
Oh,
in hell.
shit. True. Jamie, what gift do you want to add to the stream? I'm kind of scared.
Someone immediately cashed in a gift.
Yeah. I hope it is funny.
Wait, what's on Annie's character right now?
Oh, it's Canon's beret.
Oh, that is Cannon's beret. Yeah.
Remember, I kind of got that shit on. Kind of watching that shit.
Yeah, you do. I literally
like
just scalped him and
Shane,
put it on you.
I like how Shane has a different color palette now.
Yeah.
No, I have George's baby piss green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it would read as George if it was just the glasses, so I wanted to give him a little green. Ah, that one. I like that one. All right. All right. Here it goes.
What gif is it?
You'll see. It's
Oh,
in
boy.
it's in memes if you want to look on my Discord. Oh my god, it's tiny. Okay, it's going right here. It's beautiful.
If we had a transparent one of her dancing, you should just put it. I wish.
That would be hilarious. Be hilarious. Okay, so we are starting episode 3 today. Hooray, hooray! Wahoo! My favorite episode. So I'm pretty excited. I was looking through the tips before stream, and I found something that you guys might want to see.
Why do you need tips on a visual novel? Are they gonna teach us how to read?
Yeah, they're tipping us. They're giving us the tip.
I mean, reading's kind of hard, so I might need some tips.
I mean,
Alright, where are we?
so they give us a little bit of backstory with Kinzo, like Kinzo, his furniture, and then kind of these three in particular.
Alright, let's see. Self-taught human sorcerer, his natural talent and level of knowledge are nothing special. But when his nearly insane powers of concentration and dedication were transformed into magical power, he awakened as a great sorcerer. His powers at least great enough that he was able to summon Beatrice and form a contract with her. Though his power is great, it is also extremely limited. He specializes in summoning and barriers, so perhaps it is fitting to call him a summoner.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember this because, you know, like, everybody is, like, sort of born with, like, their own inherent magical abilities. So, like, it's not just, like, based on, like, how strong your magic is. It's also, like, you have an affinity for certain types of magic, right? Because they said earlier, Beatrice's magic basically works like gambling.
It's also like he gamed the system, is because her thing, well, all magic is sort of gambling, is what they were saying.
Yeah. Sorta.
Yeah, but like,
So-
didn't
so,
they
like,
say
his
specifically
concept-
Beatrice, like she's got to put herself at extra risk for like her spell to work, or something? Because she has to leave herself an opening to be defeated, or else her spells won't work.
I don't know about that.
I think she
All
just
right, well,
does
I'm
that
just fucking,
'cause
I'm
it's
just.
fun.
Oh wait, I can't say that word. We're on stream. Not sorry.
Okay. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I am too, buddy. I am too. It's okay.
Yay.
Probably more than you.
Oh, damn. Is it a competition?
On who could be more stupid? I feel like I could easily win that.
I don't know. I feel like I could easily win that. I feel like maybe we all just share a brain
Was
cell.
there any of these in particular that?
I mean, it's just like, you know, reading through these, like, all of these three inherit a quote unquote black blood gained from Kinzo. Battler has a lot of, like, has the resistance to magic like Kinzo does, yada yada. Beatrice is trying to crush his epic resistance.
Yeah, don't we know all this already?
I guess stuff about the furniture you guys don't know. But And, I could read it if you don't want
He
to
was
read it.
made with the help of a high-class demon.
Well, I mean, like, isn't the point to talk about it? I think we can all read.
Okay, my bad.
Bro, it's not that serious.
Yes, and there are several defects.
Why does he call them a creation? Does that imply that there's like something actually non-human about them? Because like I was under the impression that like they were human people that he like did fucking magic experiments on to give them their abilities, or are they like?
Yeah,
they're
that's
actually...
what I'm saying. Is he was made with the help of a high class. Yeah, so he was probably one of those orphans. Either that or I don't know if Genji was one of the orphans, but the others, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Headcanon, he was Kinzo's gay lover. Anyway.
I don't think that headcanon is very good. I think that's in direct conflict with the actual narrative that we've been reading.
I think it's a really good headcanon, and I think it's canon actually.
I think that the entire story is kind of dependent on him being in love with somebody else, actually. So okay, what is
perhaps it's unrequited?
Genji strikes me as the asexual type. He's too dedicated to his work.
Yeah, to Kinzo.
Why can I not fucking... Is there just no music on the title screen?
Yes.
There's such dead air.
Yeah, there's no music. Which is why we read it. So there's no dead air.
Well, or we could start the game.
Okay. Anyway, who cares about this extra information, right?
It wasn't really extra information. It was just a bunch of stuff we already knew.
You knew? Damn, you knew all about Shannon?
I mean, it didn't say anything new.
Damn. Yeah, I hate lore too, Jamie.
Oh, did they give a disclaimer?
Yeah, they always do.
Why?
Yeah.
They always do at the start of each chapter.
Because people are gonna be like, yeah, you know, the guy in real life who wants to molest his cousins a little bit, but also
I'm not convinced,
murders.
bro. UMINEKO is real life. What the fuck? Okay, we're starting on this. Where is this?
Is this in or out of the game board? What are we doing?
No, this is definitely out.
This is a flashback.
Or in, I guess, because like, yeah, this is on the island, right?
Yeah, it's on the island.
Well, if this is a flashback, you know what's happening.
Huge.
The vase was very beautiful, rich with history and value. Oh wait, no, who's talking? God damn it!
Oh fuck! Who is this? Well, I know who this episode is. This is Kyrie, isn't it?
No, even as young as I was, it still forced me to take a deep breath when I witnessed its beauty.
Oh my god, guys, it's Beatrice!
Actually, no, wait.
Beatrice.
Hold on.
Oh.
I think it might be
not
Jessica.
Beatrice, by the way.
Of course, it was a member of Grandfather's favorite collection, so that I didn't accidentally destroy its fragile beauty. I was always given strict orders never to touch it, but that just made me want to touch it. It looked light, and yet so elegant that just glancing at it gave an indescribable sense of dignity. I wanted to see what it felt like to touch a vase like that. However, just as Grandfather had said, it was a thing that shouldn't be touched. Something this beautiful should never be touched. Such beauty can only dwell in something so easily broken. Because of that, just the brush of a finger by someone like me would... Just like how a fun dream disappears with a poof when you wake up. It disappeared, fell, and broke into pieces. I realized that, because of my own foolish curiosity, I had done something that couldn't be taken back. No matter how much I regretted it, no matter how much I apologized, the broken face would not be returned to its original form. Grandfather would probably scold me, probably very harshly. I ended up breaking into tears and sobbing, frightened. As I did, I noticed something beautiful. Lightly dancing golden butterflies were coming towards me. As mysteriously glowing golden dots shone in the air, the butterflies began to gather one at a time. Oh, it's Beatrice. Beatrice, that reliable golden witch, had arrived.
Is this Jessica?
It's definitely not, I think. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, Queen!
What the F is this, bro?
The butterflies kept gathering until they formed a cloud, and then she was
Who is
there.
you? Hey! Hey! Hey!
I guess it is Beatrice. She was always there for me. Whether I was in trouble, she'd always appear and save me.
Oh, is like the
Good day
title
to
of
you,
Beatrice
princess.
passed down?
I can see that.
Beatrice! Oh my. Why are you crying so? And on a day so well suited for a tea party? I broke Grandfather's precious vase. Grandfather's gonna get mad at me. I don't know what to do. See, that is worrying. The master really treasured this particular vase, didn't he? Imagining how he'll punish you scares even me, Beatrice. Grandfather was always a very frightening person. When you failed to follow something he said even once, he would become so mad, with a rage that would make even the fallen angels in hell quiver. Since I knew that down to my bones, I couldn't do anything but tremble and cry. I possess no magic that can scoop up your fallen tears, princess, but if you need magic that will prevent the master from scolding you, I might be able to manage something. Really? Yes, if you'll be so gracious enough to believe in my power, princess. The power of belief is the source of magic. Miracles only appear before those of great faith. I believe in your power, Beatrice. So, please fix this vase. Please! If that is what you want, princess, then leave it to me, Beatrice. And she extended her index finger. A golden butterfly softly landed there and changed its form into her favorite cane. But even that was enough to give me a small glimpse at Beatrice's wonderful and awesome magic power. She pointed her cane at the broken vase and, just like a child's lullaby, she began speaking the magic words. Come, try closing your eyes, and try to remember. What form did you have? It was surely a very, very beautiful form. Please, show me that form one more time. Were they words, or was it a song? No, it had to be magic. After all, can't you see? The pieces of the vase were rapidly gathering together. Oh, gently returning to the place where they'd been on display, reassembling into their original form. Incredible. See? Now it's back to normal. This way you won't have to get yelled at by the master. Well, guys. That was so crazy, guys.
Lore.
Lore in my visual novel?
Beatrice, you
lore?
really are amazing. You could fix broken vases like it's nothing.
That's not true. Returning something broken to its original form is a very, very difficult thing to do. My magic can only make it remember what it once was for a short time.
Hey, why did you take away his beret?
What?
His beret is
Why
gone.
did his beret go away? What?
I'm
What the
naked.
hell?
What the heck? Okay, hold on.
There you go.
What? Why is it back?
I don't know.
Oh wait, were you muted?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's why. Because I didn't put the picture on the muted one.
Really? They're treated as separate things? That's weird.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
have.
mute yourself, you're just like,
Yeah, it just
okay,
disappears.
take the hat off. Take the hat off.
Yeah.
Just as a side note, this is like the one thing about the structure of this game that I don't like. When they drop you in a fucking scene, and then fucking like they don't tell you who's talking.
Yeah.
Like why do
Yeah.
they do that? Like because I'm still not 100% sure this is actually like Beatrice. If she's calling this bitch Beatrice, then I don't really know what's going on anymore because the game did not give us proper context.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it. Actually, I don't remember if it did in the original, but I don't
Not
remember
really.
these. I don't remember these problems happening in the original.
Like
part of
literally
the game.
all we need is the little fucking name box on the text to tell us who's
Yeah.
talking, but for some reason this game doesn't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I might want to turn the. Oop.
Oh, all the little textures are green.
Okay. What happened?
But the vase really turned back
I'm pretty
to...
sure the lack of context is intentional. Me, when it being intentional doesn't make it good.
Damn. To you.
Yeah, and I'm right. Thank
But
you.
the vase really turned back to the way it was, right?
Correct, I know she said correct. But that doesn't mean the vase was avoided its fate of being broken. All it did was temporarily get the broken vase to remember its form before it broke. I have not yet attained that...
Oh, sorry.
Good.
No, good. No.
Okay.
I was thinking out loud. My bad.
I have not yet attained the higher levels of magical power that might be used to restore a broken fate to its original form. Okay, what are you talking about?
I forget.
Okay. And
I told you there was a brain that was just a hot.
Probably just about the text thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because, like, I don't think it's, like, you're not giving too much context just by letting me know who the fuck is talking.
I think it's a trope that works in, like, visual, like, you know, TV film media rather than something being read or digested this way.
Yeah, right? Because we're obviously meant to be confused because, like, we're just thrown into a random setting.
Yeah.
But you can still have the audience be confused if they know who the primary character is. Because that's just, like... That's context that you need in any first-person story.
Yeah, and like in a movie, we would see a tiny little bitch with bangs, and we'd be like, "Ah, look at her."
Yeah, right.
At that time, the high-pitched scream of a servant could be heard from inside the mansion. When I went to see what happened, I noticed that several of the servants had gathered and were cleaning up the remains of a broken vase. From what they said, it seemed a black cat had sneaked in from somewhere and had climbed up on the vase, causing it to break. I understood the meaning of Beatrice's words. At the moment I broke the vase was broken. Beatrice let me see the vase being restored, but that was a temporary thing. It didn't mean she'd changed the fate of the vase being broken. And so, the vase remembered its true fate and broke. However, the one who broke it wasn't me, but a cat that had snuck in. That's right. Beatrice never said let's fix the vase. She said she'd prevent the master from scolding me. The fate of the vase breaking hasn't changed, but the fact that I broke it certainly has. Beatrice cleverly saved me from danger with that magic.
It is a very easy thing to break something. After all, you didn't need magic to break that vase, princess.
Then is fixing stuff really hard?
It is. It's so hard that you broke down crying, unsure of what to do.
Does that mean magic is easier to use when doing terrifying things? Blah, blah. That breaking and killing is really easy, but fixing and reviving things is really hard?
That's right. With magic, it is far easier to break and kill. That's why weak witches who lose to temptation and become intoxicated with gathering easy power for themselves, neglecting their true magical training. Real magic is the power to repair, to revive, to summon happiness that has disappeared, to summon love that has grown cold. And it can even summon a smile to the face of a princess who has forgotten how.
Then, Beatrice, since you managed to fix that vase, does that mean you're an incredible witch?
My days of training are far from over. After all, I couldn't make the vase forget its fate for even an hour. I'm sure my teacher, who taught me magic, would have been able to restore the vase to its original form forever.
So, if it kept breaking and breaking, she'd be able to fix it over and over again?
Yes. When one reaches that level, they are considered to be an endless witch. That is the endless level that all witches ought to reach. We offer the utmost respect to those witches and call them by that title.
An endless witch.
That's right. To witches with power to mend things endlessly, the concept of breaking doesn't even exist. They are released from all the sadness caused by losing things and are promised eternal bliss.
Certainly, the human world is full of sadness caused by separation and loss. To escape that sadness, people pray to gods and ask for power to withstand their sadness, believing it to be a test. In other words, a human's life is a journey, searching for a way to withstand sadness. In that case, a witch who could revive all things will be freed from all the sadness in the world. Simply put, that would mean eternal bliss. I wonder, if I could become a witch like you and gain eternal happiness.
You, princess? It is a long, long, difficult path, you see.
I want to become a witch. I want to find happiness. Beatrice, I want to become your disciple.
Do you have even a trace of doubt in that feeling?
No, I want to become a witch too. I understand. Then, until you get tired of me, I will make you my disciple. Will you call me teacher? Yes, teacher. That's a good answer. Then from now on, learn the depths of magic along with me. I am also in training. Let us both learn the proper use of magic, doing our best to reach that blissful level. Yes, teacher.
And then she died. I don't know.
We're just
You literally
fading to
do
white.
that. You're lying.
Oh my god, it's a gradient.
Oh my god!
You always do this. You're like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's bait.
This is emotional.
Oh, we're
abuse.
back here.
We're back. Yes, who's back?
Yeah, because I mean, okay, so I'm assuming that was like a flashback to like when she used to be human, like a million bajillion years ago. But why the fuck is that other bitch also Beatrice? Are there two Beatrices?
Ah,
You're lying. You know.
a
Tell me.
dream. No, the game will tell you.
No, it won't.
Is it a Fight Club situation?
Oh, dude, she's just a schizo. None of the game is real. It's all in the head.
Ah, a dream. That face takes me back.
Beatrice isn't actually a witch.
endless
She's just
witch,
fucking
wasn't
crazy.
The rank I'd yearned for in the past as the highest possible achievement was now just another one of my titles. No, you might even call it my calling card.
Ba-da-ba-doop, ba-da-ba-doop. That was a Persona
Okay,
5
bro.
reference.
Why you gotta make a reference to a shit game while we're experiencing peak?
Every once in a while, being
I agree.
called that can be quite satisfying. I trained so many days to achieve that rank. It'd be a bit of a waste if I never got a chance to appreciate it.
Cackle, cackle, cackle.
Oh, yay! There, yay! I can stop talking!
He shook her head lightly. She shook her head lightly. I already fucked it. First line. Fucked it.
Fucked it.
Wait, is it? Because now this is talking about. Is this Battler now?
I don't.
It's talking about eternal.
Okay.
It's more.
Okay. I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm confused because it's still
Bro.
talking about the same thing.
Okay.
But
If it's the highest possible level, that means there's nothing higher. An eternal dead end, the beginning of eternal boredom.
I remember what teacher told me. When one is released from all sadness, it is the same as eternal bliss. That's what makes me think that teacher couldn't ever have reached that level.
She was the one baiting.
Eternal bliss means eternal boredom, and that's the beginning of eternal torture. But it all depends on how you look at it. Eternal boredom is the same as a sketchbook that doesn't run out of pages. It means you can draw whatever you want, and can try to have as much fun as you want. Boredom is the worst sort of poison, which kills all witches. Even those great witches who are given the title Lady fear it. It's the eternal poison that tortures them because of the eternal bliss they've reached.
So yeah, I guess when they're talking about being a quote-unquote endless witch, they're just talking about like the part where you become immortal, right?
Now that I've earned the name of Endless Witch, I truly wish I could
Yeah.
speak with teacher again. Is happiness really what lay at the end of our training? And just what is happiness? I wish I could talk with her about that now. Training has no end. When you think you've reached the eternal level, that's exactly the time to bemoan your own immaturity.
Well,
I'd
it's
be
because
moaning, alright.
the magic in this world is like absolute. So if you learn even how to create a little bit, you're basically immortal because you've learned absolutely how to add onto anything.
Then I wonder what type of training it takes to like become quote-unquote endless. I wonder what she had to do.
I recalled those words as though she'd answered me directly. I see. So I'm immature, am I? How amusing. How truly amusing.
Honestly, can't agree. Can't agree.
Sound of painfully shrill laughter rang out.
Oh, it was coming
Oh.
from my... get out of the way. It's coming from my furniture.
If they would give us context!
Yeah.
What, do they break their toy again?
Oh, who was Shane? Were you Beelzebub?
I'm pretty sure Shane was Beelzebub. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, why did I do this?
You did like sexy lady voice.
I think you just did Marcus.
Probably. Beatrice
Yeah,
Summer,
true. You did do Marcus.
this guy's stopped moving again.
Any you be memon.
Okay.
And I haven't had nearly enough fun yet. What a pathetic man.
But I haven't gotten a chance to play at all yet. Let me play.
Oh. Who is?
I got
were you-
I got
sorry.
Satan. I got Satan.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit. My bad. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry,
goodbye,
sorry,
goodbye.
Sorry. Go ahead. Good.
Be silent, filth! If you keep devouring him like starving dogs, of course he'll keep breaking right away, no matter how well Beatrice Summer fixes him up.
You bro. Oh.
Do I need to take
Do you want
another one,
to?
or
Do you want to?
Belphago.
I guess to make it even, right? Because you have
Okay.
another one, Bree.
I guess
Hey,
so.
well, I don't know if it can be even. I think there's 8 of them.
Oh well.
Well,
Take it, Shane.
Fuck it.
Take it away,
Wait,
Shane.
let's just do popcorn pick'ems. When they come up, you gotta call it.
All right, now. Eddie, should I torture Bree just a little bit?
Yes.
What do you mean?
You broke him the most, Satan. You just don't know what holding back means.
I've been waiting for this voice to come out.
My apologies, Beatrice Summer.
She looks
Please
like the
forgive
same
my
as the other
stupid
one.
little sisters.
She looks like the same.
Oh.
You were Asmodeus, right, babe?
Me? Oh, I guess I was Asmodeus.
Fix him quickly! I'm next!
They're gonna gang rape him.
Dear God.
Don't say that.
Great. Can't say on Twitch.
Oh, come on. That's where we draw the line on
Yes.
this fucking stream.
No, that's Twitch.
Yeah. I don't think you could use the R word on Twitch.
Yeah, you can. I see it all the time.
You can? Alright.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You can't. I mean, if you threaten like I'm gonna word, then that's
Ah.
super different. But if you're talking about it like
I thought it was
as a
just at all.
subject, no. It's not like a banned word by TOS. It's not like a swear.
Okay.
Must you keep up that infernal racket?
Everybody screams. Oh my god.
A single
Good
yell
job.
was all it took to make the noisy sisters of
Oh, there's
7
7 of
stakes
them.
vanish. All
She has
they
to
do
quell
is
her
mess
bitches.
around, having as much fun as they want breaking him. They only come to me to clean up afterwards. Truly, this furniture never leaves me bored. Once the furniture hid themselves, all that remained was a sloppy mess, the remnants of a broken toy. It had no form anymore. It's hard even for me to remember its original form in this state. Better to make it remember for itself, perhaps. Oh well. I waved my golden pipe. Then I spoke. I chanted. I made it remember. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? After all, right now you pretty much look like a huge lump of scrap meat.
That's freaking gross.
I've no idea which part is your arm and which is your leg. Unless you remember, I won't even be able to recall your face. By the power of magic, the pitiful pieces of meat began to remember what their form had been. Which part should go with which part, and where should join with where. That's right, just like that. No, you should be a finger on the left hand.
You think she ever like
That's the
trolls
right
people and just like puts their butthole where their mouth would be or something? Like some Bill
Battle or
Cipher shit.
butthole. Battle or butthole
excuse me,
face.
Beatrice. You kind of gave me a front butt here.
That's good. That's it. Good. Good morning. Have you woken up, Ushinomiya Battler? How ironic that your true nightmare begins after you awaken. If you would just accept that I am a witch, you'll quickly wake up from this nightmare and I'll send you to heaven. I am the king of Mount Purgatory. There's no escape from this hell without my approval.
You call this hell? That's just useless. It's all useless.
I'm impressed you can still talk like that, after experiencing the pain of death not once, like any normal human, but more times than I could count with all of my fingers.
Guys, that's at least more than 10.
This is why I never get bored. I never get bored of you.
Yeah, no boredom problem here. After all, I get my pick of those massive tit nachons with the dazzling asses in my harem. Thanks to that, I'm not likely to get bored for a while now.
Goddamn, Battler.
That's splendid. Otherwise, I would get bored too. So, my furniture. I fixed him, so you could play as much as you want.
That's you, Annie.
I know. Can I get water, bro?
No!
F you.
Thank you very much. All mine.
I told you, your turn's over. I'm next. Get away from him. Ah. Wonderful, isn't it, Battler Coon? Look how popular you are.
Popular guys have it rough. Get in line, freaks.
Damn.
Alright, Kermit!
If you just stayed obedient instead of acting tough, this would go so much easier.
Meow. This time is Lame the Delta doing burnout.
Outside Beatrice's house.
Her little fucking
Fire.
wibbly wobbly purple void house.
Is this also me? Okay.
Yeah. You're both these bitches.
Nah, he's good like this. His screams feel so much better.
Sucks. We're gonna forget who's who constantly.
Yeah, with these, absolutely.
Okay, let's not break him so quickly this time. Did you all hear me?
You aren't running this show. Battler Coon, let's continue where we left off, okay? After they locked Jessica Chan's room with the master key, how did they return the key to the corpse's pocket, which was inside the room?
Wait, this is their format. Like, why does everyone just want to debate him?
Well, maybe... That's it. They used a fishing line or something, sending just the key into the room through the crack of the door.
Wrong.
Oh, they can also
Yes, you
speak
should.
in red.
Okay, I can't see, I can't.
I know
better
her
start
by
reading
the
those
by the
names.
by the bangs.
Okay. This is Kermit, right?
Yeah, it's
Kermit. Yeah, it's Kermit.
Belphegor is Kermit.
Christ.
So naive. Of all of the doors that exist on Rokkenjima, none has a crack through which a key can slip.
He was wrong, right? Right? Okay, this time it's me. My turn. Where should I strike?
Oh, fuck. Which one is Mammon?
Mammon's the red-eyed
Oh,
kinda
the white hair
pea-looking-
one?
No, the pea-looking hair one.
The piss hair one?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's still me,
Yeah,
right?
it's you.
Dude, there's too many of them.
Me, back of the hand.
That's you, Shane. That's Marcus.
Okay. No fair. Okay then, I've got the back of his other hand.
I was Lucifer. I'll take the tip of his nose.
Why? Let me do it too. Let me strike too. Ah.
Don't be so slow, Leviane. We've always done first come, first serve. Okay, I'll take the top of his foot.
Me too. I'll take his shoulder, okay?
By his shoulder.
You're sisters, right? Play nice with each other, okay?
Why does that have to be Kermit?
I can't believe you're still resisting. Why don't you realize that your false courage actually gets us fired up? Yay!
Sorry, but false courage and being stubborn are my specialties. No matter how you all try to confuse the issues, I definitely won't accept witches and magic. Even though you can't explain anything with human tricks, are you stupid? Know your place.
It's okay. We don't have to force him to accept it. Soon he'll want to accept it so hard he'll start crying. Even now, he really wants to kneel down on the ground pitifully and beg our forgiveness.
And then they kill him
He's
again.
broken already. Beatrice-sama. Ah, well. Since they know I can revive him over and over, my furniture won't even hesitate to break him. Good grief. Giving eternal rebirth and eternal death at will. Before the endless witch Beatrice, all death in life has no meaning. Even death can't become the key to escape from my cage. Come, Battler. Remember your original form again. I'll toy with you to my heart's content, understand? I see. How truly pleasant to have a toy to play with for all eternity. Ah, could this be the endless bliss witches gain at the endless level? I see. Yes, this bliss certainly is amusing.
Man, rip Beatrice, you would have loved debate bro discords.
I'll revive you over and over, kill you over and over. Let's see what kind of murder play will unfold on the next game board. Come, bring it in. Let the next game begin, Ushinomiya Battler.
Yay!
They just give her a laptop with live leak and she stops fucking with people.
No, dude, I feel like she'd start like a Sigma female podcast, you know? Is the intro gonna be different?
Holy shit.
It's kind of big actually. I guess I didn't think about it, but we're at like past the halfway point, so we're probably gonna get to like rising action territory.
That's why episode 3 is my favorite, because it's basically the rising action.
Oh, the music! Dude, this is like my favorite thing in like any OST. I love like woodwind instruments, because I feel like games don't use them in their OSTs very often. Maria! Guys, I love Maria.
Mirror jump scare.
Yay! That's my goal! Diddler Groom Shiromiya!
Don't say it! Don't say that! I don't!
I am the only serious character in the show.
That's the joke. Oh yeah, JPEGs of all the characters. Oh my god, edited JPEGs. And they're all angry, they're dying. Guys, what's gonna happen? Holy shit. Oh wait, that's a new sprite.
Damn, George!
Oh, now they're all serious. And they're crying! Oh my god.
Oh my foot!
Maria Blood
Maria kills
Maria
everybody!
Dude, I want her to finally start doing some crazy shit, because I've been waiting for it this whole time. I'm waiting for her to kill somebody.
Blood. Waiting for her to break her own back in reverse and start crawling on the wall.
Yeah, like a little fucking demon from Exorcist.
Sure hope none of
I
these
sure
characters
hope that none of
die.
these characters die. I
Yeah.
hope they all die. That would be quite entertaining. Especially Rosa. I love when bad things happen to Rosa.
Oh shit!
Holy
Rudolph.
shit, Dad! I missed him.
Dang. Too bad Aniki hates cigarettes so much.
Dang!
Dang.
Sorry. She's been pretty grumpy since last night. Please don't hold it against her.
Dang. Well, I guess we're back in the West.
Back
Yeah,
to a
we're
baby.
British.
We're British, yes. Rudolph and Hideyoshi went out onto the deck and took out some cigarettes.
That's not accurate. He would he would say fags.
Probably. That's my guess.
Even Ava had always hated the smell
Smell
of
of
fags.
fags.
Okay.
We're all gay.
Ava had always hated the smell of cigarettes, but when she was in a bad mood, she got even more sensitive to them. When they decided to smoke casually until they reached the island, the two of them had gotten yelled at and chased out onto the deck. Hideyoshi tried to use his lighter, but the strong winds gave him some trouble. Rudolph took out his Zippo with a smooth gesture and let Hideyoshi borrow the flame. When did you start smoking cigarettes, Hideyoshi-san?
Just after the war. In the beginning, I was rolling them. Then I started using what I sold.
So, you were already smoking when you met Aniki, and she's always telling you to stop.
I never listened to her, so she's already completely given up on that. Men gotta be stubborn times like these.
Here she laughed heartily, but Rudolph snickered. After being scolded by Eva, they'd escaped to the deck together with their tails between their legs. There was little doubt who had got in her way in that exchange.
Dude, this reminds me of how fucking, like, I saw this thread recently of somebody talking about how, like, people will really glaze this this game for anything, bro. Because I saw somebody being like, one of my favorite things about UMINEKO is how every member of the Ushiromiya family is all misogynistic in their own completely unique way.
It's true.
It's really funny, bro.
You gotta ignore women. Let me tell you, can't listen to them.
Can't listen to him.
Go home to my bitch wife. She isn't usually so short-tempered. In fact, she's usually a more gentle, quiet woman. Every year she changes when this day comes.
That's so. To me, she looks like the Hanaki we've all known so long.
You just prefer to go.
That's just it. She's back to being Ava of the Ushiromiya family. But that ain't the Ava I know.
Well, I know why she's grumpy. This family conference is gonna be a pain.
Got that right. There's that plan to threaten money out of Kraus Nissan. We may call it a family conference, but it's gonna be just a sibling fight at this rate.
For the family
Oh, my
conference,
God.
the three of the siblings had made a secret pact without Kraus. They were all facing urgent situations and needed a lot of money, fast. And the only one they could turn to was Kraus, who spoke for the Ushiromiya head now that Kinzo spent his time shut up in his study. For a long time now, they'd vaguely sensed that Kraus was taking advantage of the fact that Kinzo had lost interest in his own wealth. And they suspected that he'd started embezzling that wealth to suit his own purposes. Despite being disgusted by this, they'd turned a blind eye to it, while everything was still going smoothly for them. But now that they needed money, they really couldn't afford to let it slide. Eva had asked Rudolph and Rosa to form an alliance, and they were now scheming to take that money away from Kraus.
Rudolph Kuhn, both you and I are company presidents. We're responsible for the livelihood of our employees.
Rosa's a president too. Well, as a hobby.
That's right, sorry. Basically, we've all got responsibilities.
Now that I've thrown down the gauntlet in front of the executive board, I gotta bring in the money. Even if it means getting down on my knees or drinking mud.
I really like this sprite of Rudolph. He's like, come, let's take ibuprofen together.
Wow.
Follow me to the break room. I double brewed some coffee. Got that.
Oh, yeah.
Got that trucker mud.
Same here. I can't betray the employees who've trusted and followed me for so long. That's why I need to get some money out of Kraus Nissan, even if I have to grab him by the neck.
Oh.
Now let's see Kraus Nissan's card. Take a look at that.
It's more beautiful than mine.
The tasteful texture of it. The subtle off-white color.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god,
Anarchy and Anarchy have always been at each other's... Have always been at each other's throats. And now she's got to challenge Anarchy head on. It's no wonder she's on edge.
So, Ava really has a bad relationship with Kraus Nissan ever since long ago.
Hasn't she talked about it? They were always at each other's throats.
She never talks about the past, even if I ask. She probably doesn't want to remember.
She's always been brainy and shrewd. Her grades were good too. Compared that to Hanaki was just average. The simple fact she existed would have been pressure enough, but she kept boasting about it and driving him into a corner.
That fool. Why drive him into a corner so openly? I'd hardly call that shrewd.
No kidding. Anarchy regretted being born a woman. So, she probably couldn't forgive Anarchy since he was chosen to succeed the head just because he was a man. She'd always boast to Dad, letting him see that she was better at every little thing.
Father really is an old-fashioned person. Gender discrimination was part of his system of values. I bet Ava's eagerness to prove herself made him dislike her a bit.
No comment.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, flashback.
Whoa.
Because Ava's got the one of the guys misogyny.
Yeah, she's a pick-me. Love her though.
Wouldn't you say schooling for women is like sugar and black tea? The taste is dull and flat without it, but too much ruins the whole thing.
Oh my God, Kraus.
Damn. Oh, is this a regular now?
I don't know.
I'd assume so.
I mean, yeah, because it says he referring to Kraus.
Ah,
Since you can still drink black tea without sugar, he was in effect saying that there was no need for women to study.
oh, just kidding.
Hey, it's Ava.
Okay.
Wow.
Those infuriating words were what Nissan hurled at me in my despair, when I asked to go to college only to be denied by father. I protested that I needed to build up proper dignity and an education as the oldest daughter in the Ushinomiya family, making college an essential next step. But when it came down to it, father and Nissan's answers were exactly the same. How conceited for a woman. I've never taken the Ushinomiya name lightly, not once since I was born into it.
You want to go to fucking school?
And I've been even more careful not to take my father's name, Ushinomiya Kinzo, lightly.
She's like, please, I just want to educate myself. And Kraus and Kinzo are like, girls go to Jupiter to get more stupider.
Boys go to Mars so we may drive cars.
Oh my God.
Our family is an old one with many traditions, but lost its wealth and business in the Great Kanto earthquake, pushing it to the brink at one point. That's when father took control with his ingenious talent, reviving it to be even greater than it had been before. Not once did I forget that I was the daughter of the great Ushinomiya Kinzo. That's why I always made every effort to become worthy of that name. I needed dignity worthy of the Ushinomiya family.
Diddity.
You guys are fucking mean. You guys are so mean. What the fuck?
Man, come on.
Schooling, manners, and leadership. Even if I couldn't reach I got scared. Even if I couldn't quite reach father's level, I deepened my knowledge in economics and finance, trying to improve myself so I could be of use to him at any time. However, in the end, father never acknowledged my efforts. To father, a woman was only meant to support a man, and nothing further than that was permissible. When was it that I came to understand that? It may have been as early as my childhood years, but I was going to have to wait until I grew up before I could truly accept it. Compared to me, you couldn't have said that Kraus, my older brother of 2 years, worked hard at all to become deserving of the Ushinomiya family name. He told me many times since my early childhood that he would naturally succeed father, simply because he was born a man. He kept on repeating that, as though it formed an uncrossable gap between us. I couldn't stand it. Even though I always got better grades than Nissan, even though I became class president when he never managed more than vice president. Even so, Nissan was considered to be the appropriate successor to the Ushinomiya family just because he was a man. Of course, you could find gender discrimination everywhere in those days. No, it was even considered a virtue in that era. During that despicable time, people said that when a woman is born, she obeys her parents. When she gets married, she obeys her husband. And when she gets old, she obeys her children. But that was exactly why I wanted to turn that on its head. Innocently, I kept trying to prove that I was the most fit. However, I eventually realized that all of my efforts had been doomed from the beginning.
Bro just said that.
We're coming back to it.
Okay. Click.
Okay,
Whoa, that's a cool splash.
Whoa.
what do you mean by that, Nissan?
Oh, her hair is down. Just as there are roles that only men can fill, there are also roles that can only be filled by women, correct? I do believe giving birth to children, raising them, and supporting the master of the house are roles that can only be filled by women.
Are you trying to say there's no need for a woman to work or study?
I wouldn't go that far. Talking to an unschooled woman is tiring and nothing more. However, women are even more tiring when they're too smart. I do believe that a woman as violently assertive as you would bring no end of hardship to her future husband.
Are you trying to say that a woman has to marry and hide in the shadow of her husband? That's none of your business!
Though you're my younger sister, I can look up to you for the respect you hold for father and your desire to become a daughter worthy of him. Even I am capable of feeling respect for such noble sentiments.
That's just disgusting! What's this about noble sentiments? I'd call that flowery prose coming from you. Are you pretending to be the head already?
The decision that I should succeed the headship has been established from the very beginning. And yet you seem to be laboring under the illusion that you might become the head, hence the useless and reckless efforts you've expended thus far.
Reckless efforts? Is it really that bizarre for me to say I want to go to college?
Yes, it is bizarre. You undoubtedly are the oldest daughter of the glorious Ushinomiya family. One day, you will support that family crest by being wed to the partner most valuable for father. However, excessive learning is not what's being asked of you. What you need are gentle feelings that will allow you to care for your husband, the ability to handle housework, and a humble demeanor that will reflect well on the master of your household. These are all skills you lack utterly.
Good God.
This is like average like Sigma male versus Sigma female debate on a podcast. You know what I mean?
God.
Yeah, this is one of those podcasts.
It sucks because like they're both wrong and annoying.
Oh god. Yeah, this is gonna be on YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, I definitely feel bad for Ava though, because like every episode we learn that like Kraus really is like, it's probably because he's the one who's closest to Kinzo that he's like easily the biggest slime ball.
Yeah.
So it's like even he's a product of circumstance, right?
Yep.
Where it's like he wouldn't be such a piece of shit if he wasn't raised by a piece of shit. In the end, can you really call yourself a suitable daughter of the Ushinomiya family?
I have no intention of being some secluded lady. I just want to become the person most capable of assisting father at his work.
Then shouldn't you do so in a manner befitting an Ushinomiya family daughter? What is it with you? You're still mannish even at your age, and you've never learned how to wear makeup in a way that will please men, much less how to cook and do housework. I hear you've even been learning how to brawl.
That's rude! The martial arts aren't brawling. They're a perfect way to train and discipline the mind. And when it's needed, I take more than enough care to act as a woman should. What are you trying to say? That women should be slaves who work for men? So I mustn't be so forward?
It isn't elegant to say it out loud, but I think a few unpleasant words are necessary in order to correct your mistake. So let me say it plainly. Women exist to serve men, and men exist to provide for women. A woman's job is to protect a man's back, to protect his house and raise his children. Most women realize this without being told. They realize it on their own. But even after all these years, you still haven't realized that about yourself. So I've decided to clear away that misunderstanding for you before you leave this family. You ought to thank me.
This is an insult to all women! No, wait. I have never thought of myself as a woman, and I've never depended on anyone because I'm a woman. How am I inferior to you, Nissan? In grades and accomplishments and everything, I'm better. So how can you look down on me when you have nothing I lack, except the fact that you're a man?
It's about knowing one's place. Every day, I have been raised with the readiness of one who will be head. In the future, that preparation will surely become essential. But you are different. Even though you will marry and lose the Ushinomiya family name, you're being trapped by this unnecessary illusion. What's your complaint? Even if you had been born a man, the successor to the headship still probably wouldn't have been you. Why are you so unsatisfied that you insist on attacking me even now?
What's my complaint, you say? Nissan, you're always like that! Looking down on me because you'll succeed the head, even though... Ah!
What's my complaint, you say? I've got a billion of them. Grudges, hard feelings, humiliations that I'll never forget keep floating through the back of my mind. They all built up at the same time, coming out of my throat as a shameful moan. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's like younger Kinzo.
Oh shit. What's all... hold on. Kinzo. What's all this noise? God isn't the only one who holds silence as a virtue.
Father.
Father! He'd probably overheard our sibling fight. Father entered with a clearly unhappy face.
Hold on, I have to find... Hold on, I lost...
Find
my
younger Kinzo?
voice once. Yeah.
This is like Kinzo maybe 20 years younger?
Oh, because right now it's... So, what's that with that? Yes, I think it's there. Because you're fighting with your siblings again. Why don't you have the dignity to act as a leader for your brother and sisters? How shameful. I'm embarrassed to hear this from my eldest son.
In a flash, he struck Krause's face. I readied myself to be struck in the same way, but I wasn't hit.
My apologies, Father.
Dignity isn't the only thing you lack. There is much more. You're immature in everything. And even so, you pretend like you're an adult. Realize that it's 100 years too early for you to talk like that, and devote yourself to your studies. Don't make me lament my son's incompetence anymore.
Yes. I will continue to strive so that I can become a person worthy of succeeding you, Father.
It was as if those words were directed at me. Even when he was being yelled at by Father, he was still bragging to me about how he was special. About how he was the successor. I just couldn't stand it, and finally spoke what was on my mind. Even though I realized that it would be improper for a member of the Ushinomiya family to do such a thing. Father, please tell me how I'm inferior to him! I've tried so hard, studied so hard to become a person who won't bring shame to your name! Please tell me how I'm inferior! How can I improve myself enough to earn your acknowledgement?
That again. How many times do I have to say it before you'll understand? I expect nothing from you. Women should be women and just learn how to cook and sew. You aren't prepared at all as a woman. In you, I don't see a trace of the mindset to serve as one's husband, to earnestly devote oneself to a man's needs. What good are you as a woman? Don't you realize that you're a daughter of the Ushinomiya family? And yet, you only want to learn things so that you can act like a man. Your duty is not to imitate Krause. Don't you even understand your own duty?
As a member of the Ushinomiya family, I won't bring shame to your name.
That's it. That's where you're already wrong. Your duty is to marry out of the family and bring me a man who is profitable to me. And then you devote yourself to your husband and give birth to children and multiply. Be a good wife who brings praise to your husband's family. Just what is it that you can do to please a man? Do you think you can make tea? Do you have any talent in cooking? You have nothing. All you've done is try and mimic Krause, haven't you? Well, Krause will succeed the Ushinomiya family. If you are unsatisfied with that, then you are disobeying me. Are you saying you'll refuse to listen to what I say, even though you're my daughter? Get out! You're disinherited. I won't let you call yourself an Ushinomiya. Disinherited. Disinherited.
It's like too much green. Too much green. He's slurping too much green. Father, hang in there, Please, calm down. Genji-san, could you bring some water?
Yes, immediately.
Bring me my double cup.
Ava, leave this place. He doesn't mean what he says. I will calm him down.
Bitter. Disinherited. If you won't listen to me, you're disinherited.
Father was coughing pretty badly, and Nissan patted his back, as if it was a duty that was naturally his. It was so vexing for me to let him take that duty all for himself right then. If I carelessly approached Father at that moment, then I would probably be the next one to get hit next. However, I fearlessly tried to approach Father's back. Genji blocked me.
Ava-sama, perhaps it would be better if you stepped outside for now. The master is not in a good mood today.
But...
Why are children so incompetent? Kraus is lacking in dignity. Ava is always a stubborn tomboy. I have no son who's like a man, and not even a daughter who's like a woman. Where did I go wrong in raising them? Why, Genji? And where did I go wrong?
Master, you haven't done anything wrong. Kraus-sama has grown into a sturdy son, and Ava-sama into a lovely daughter. You haven't made any mistakes.
How can you say that? What's so lovely about her? Far from a lady, she's always acting like a man. Disinherited. Disinherited!
Dude, this guy,
Suck
such a
up!
little weasel.
We sucky wee man! Suck up.
Father, that's just what I'm always telling Ava. Ava has promised that she will have a change of heart and act like a lady. Couldn't you postpone that decision for just a little longer?
Who's a lady? Disinherited.
I think that's Cross saying that.
Okay. Go
Oh.
quickly. Nope. Nope!
Oh,
Only
okay.
by the text.
Go quickly and leave this to me. Cross gave me a look telling me that.
So can you guys guess who this episode is centered on, guys?
Yeah, I forgot Kyrie is not this one. She's the last one.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in Kyrie's story. I'm excited for that one.
Did I take the wrong path? Just like Father and Nissan said. True, I never studied how to be a lady. Everything I've learned was done in the hopes that I could help Father someday. But is that really true? Haven't I always been trying to compete with Nissan, with whom I've had a bad relationship since I was a young girl? Because I wanted to steal his position as successor and show him a thing or two? Every chance he gets, Nissan tells me that men should be manly and women should be womanly. I've been tormented by this unfair discrimination just because of my gender, something people are born with and can't do anything about. I resisted, endeavoring to this very day to study and prove that I'm not inferior despite being a woman. But doesn't that mean my love of learning comes entirely from a stupid complex I've got against Nissan? Father wanted me to become a lady with whom he could go out in public and not be embarrassed. Did I betray his hopes? Earning good grades and threatening Nissan just to satisfy a childhood resentment?
Wow.
That's not it. You swore to me, saying I will become the successor of the Ushinomiya family.
You, the one whispering to me, was the me of my years as a young girl, born inside my heart on the day I made that oath. That's right, she was my only ally. When things got difficult, when I felt like I was about to get crushed by it all, she'd always quietly appear and support me. When I ran into roadblocks and despaired, she would always appear and support me. When I grew up and the memories of my childhood years faded, I also started to forget my conversations with her.
I, Ushinomiya Ava, will definitely become the head of the Ushinomiya family, and I'll triumph over that irritating, arrogant Kraus. On that day, we promised to do our best together to achieve that.
That's right, we promised. On that day, I promised that I would become the successor to the Ushinomiya headship.
On that day, when I had been overcome with sadness, wondering why I was even alive, you appeared from inside me and lent me your strength.
Father didn't accept me. I wanted to teach Nissan a lesson. I believed that doing this would let me say goodbye to the wretched creature I once was.
For a time, I truly believed that my life had no purpose other than to be looked down upon by Nissan. It's painful just remembering those days.
This
They're a
song
wound.
fucking bangs.
It does. They're a wound, a crack inside my heart. She taught me how to sew up that wound. I turned my anger into effort and improved myself, trying to become a person more worthy of the headship than Kraus was, trying to triumph over him by making Father accept me. It was my perfect revenge. I was vaguely aware that a woman couldn't possibly become the family head, but I thought that maybe, if I could prove myself valuable enough to overturn that premise, then surely even Father would select me to be his successor. If that happened, then I'd be able to have the greatest and most perfect revenge against Nissan, who always acted like his succession to the headship was completely inevitable.
That's right. If we can manage that, the wounds in our heart will be healed. We promise each other to do our best until that day comes. And now you're saying you're gonna break that promise? Scum. Coward. If only you just give up and die.
Even though she looked like me as a kid, she was still another me. Her tongue was sharp because it was mine. It makes me pretty mad hearing that, even from myself. You have no right to speak of me like that.
Then let's use that anger to fuel our learning. Changing anger into power is my magic. I've saved you from a bunch of tight spots with that power, letting you to succeed when you shouldn't have. As long as you have my magic, there's nothing you can't do.
That's right. Anger has always been my driving force. I wonder when it was I forgot that.
If you can remember me again, that magic will become ours once more. Come on, let's turn that anger into power and study even harder, okay? I know we've still got a lot to learn. Let's go to college, study more and more, get excellent grades, and drive Kraus into a corner. That guy acts like we're nothing, but I'm sure he feels pretty well cornered on the inside. If only he'd just learn his place and die. If he did, we would become ahead. Rudolph won't take the job. That kid can't go against us.
Stop that. No matter how much more I study, Father still won't accept me.
Why not?
Father told me to be womanly. Because I'm a woman, no matter how hard I tried, Father wouldn't have passed the headship on to me, even if I had been born before Nissan. No matter how much effort I put in, I can't become anything more than a woman. I won't be acknowledged. Nissan doesn't try at all, but I can't surpass him. He'll look down on me forever.
Father and Kraus are the worst kind of male supremacists. If only they just die.
She cursed them for my sake. Words that I couldn't say so easily, she said for me. Even though I understand that she's just another part of myself inside of me, I feel like she's the only ally who I have who can sympathize with me.
I told you it was Fight Club.
However, while
Yeah.
sympathy might do a lot to calm my heart, it won't do anything to improve my current situation. In the end, she can only console me for however long it takes me to be dejected by reality, before I finally accept it. Thank you. You've done enough. Now that it's come to this, I'll become such a good lady that it'll shock even Father. I find an excellent man that Nissan can't even compare to.
You can't do that.
She rejected my timid thoughts. I understand. Because she is me, I understand.
All Father said was that he won't let a woman succeed the headship now. But even that's just a rule Father made up. Since he made it, he can get rid of it. Human feelings can change far more often than the number of sand grains on the beach. Kraus is such a stupid man that Father is eventually gonna realize it, even if we don't prove it for him. When that happens, the wall that separates man from woman will be demolished by Father himself, who set it up in the first place. That day will surely come.
How can you be so sure?
Because that's my magic. If you just believe, this magic will surely become a miracle. The basis of my magic is nothing more than your believing heart.
If I use this magic, then surely
I'll never have to doubt until the day I die that I'll eventually become the head. But I don't know if that's the right thing for Ushinomiya Eva. Maybe I should aim to become the kind of lady Father wants, someone who can proudly participate in high society. And if I'm reborn, maybe Father will change his opinion of me. Maybe I can find my own lifestyle, just as Nissan has found his. And anyway, I just can't imagine my stubborn father choosing a woman like me as the head, especially if it means skipping over Kraus. You don't believe? I was just thinking. Maybe if I can't succeed the headship, but as a woman, I can have a child, and Nissan still isn't engaged. If Nissan isn't able to father a child, and I gave birth to one, then wouldn't that make my child the next head after Nissan? In other words, wouldn't that mean the same thing as stealing the headship from Nissan? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. True, it'll be very sad to abandon the resolve I've had since childhood. It pains my heart to betray you, my younger self, but this is my most realistic option. Are you throwing away your dreams? And me as well? I'm not throwing anything away. I'm an adult, and the day has come for me to part ways with you. That's right. Ava's already become an adult. She's even forgotten how to use magic. And now she's the mother of a single child. She forgot all about how magic can grant one's dreams, and now she's forcing those dreams onto her son. Even though Father and Kraus ruined your life, you're trying to push your dreams onto your son, ruining his life. Is that what you call being an adult? George is a son I'm proud of, one who won't embarrass himself no matter where he goes. The dream wasn't granted. The dream I wasn't granted might come true for George. Jessica's a delinquent in both her grades and her behavior, and she's a woman. If only Jessica would step down, George would become the heir. Even saying it was painful. Am I just forcing my own regrets onto George?
Big time.
It's not like I have any right to look on Jessica with scorn. Wasn't I just horrible for hitting her with the same words that had caused me so much suffering? I understand. The desire to triumph over my brother is part of my own personal revenge. I can't use George for that. So I'll take revenge myself. I have a plan to cheat Nissan out of some of his money, with Rudolph and Rosa as my allies. I'll surely be able to get back at him. In any case, I'm sure that Nissan is embezzling Father's assets. What a boring plan. Why don't you just give up on that and cry yourself to sleep? We will become the Ushinomiya family head. Don't mistake what your dream is. And believe me when I say, it'll definitely come true. Believe in my magic. If I believe, I wonder if any power will dwell in that magic. It will. My magic can grant any wish with certainty. I'll believe. So create a miracle with that magic. If you don't, the hole in my heart will never heal. Okay, then listen well. Listen to my magic words. And understand, if we can solve the riddle, we can become the Ushinomiya family head. So lend me your ears and listen carefully. Damn, it's my turn to talk a lot.
I know, it's great.
Shut up.
Yay, the Sweet Fish River.
Behold the sweet fish river running through my beloved hometown. You who seek the Golden Land, follow its path downstream in search of the key.
So she's the one who's been, like, more looking for it than anybody else?
Oh!
Wow.
Eva-ne-san, it looks like we're about to arrive.
Okay, I want to take 1 second for metatextual analysis, because I think what's really cool about like the family as a unit is how it's all like grounded in this like kind of dark realism, where because like Kinzo is like such a revered person in society, that like passes down onto his kids, so like they revere him and they all put him on this pedestal. But that is the one single reason for all of them why their lives are so shitty, is because none of them will assign any blame to him for
Yeah.
anything that's happening. They always blame themselves or they turn on each other. Whereas, like, really, it all starts with him because the individual expectations that he pushes on each of them basically cause them to, you know, like, go after these things that they don't even really care about. Dude, like, maybe, I don't know. Ava's definitely one of the ones that's got it the worst, I think, because we were just talking about the misogynist stuff, and it's interesting because during that last conversation, the only one who ever said, like, oh, you know, like, women are inferior to men was Ava herself. Like, even, like, you know, Kraus and Kinzo, who, like, they're the ones, like, directly being misogynistic, right? By, like, telling her that because she's a woman, she, you know, is expected to do, like, X instead of Y. They never say, like, you're less because you're a woman, but they still put her in the box, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
Well, that's why
they
she's
don't
so
think
mad
that...
at Natsuhi, right? Because she found her power in that box. But Ava can't understand that.
Yeah, exactly, because she's happy being a traditional woman, whereas Ava doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So because her family has instilled the idea that, you know, even though it doesn't make you lesser to adhere to traditional femininity, that's still what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So the fact that she doesn't want to do what she's quote unquote supposed to, that's why she herself makes herself feel inferior, right? So that's where the internalized misogyny starts. But like I said, it just sucks because, like, both her and Kraus, like, they're the ones that we've gotten the most exposure on in terms of, like, the sibling relationships. And you can totally tell that, like, all of it, like, starts at Kinzo, but they all view him as this, like, you know, like, almost godly figure to the point where they're not even willing to, like, question his intentions for them as their child. You know, like, if she was born into another family, she would probably be, like, a pretty regular, confident person. But because she's an Ushiromiya, like, that leads to her, like she talked about, having this weird complex where, like, she basically just wants to get back at her brother because, like, she doesn't know anything other than the box that she's been put in, just like him. So it's just really crazy because, like I said, it's a very, like, realistic depiction of, like, how generational trauma actually works, where it's like the actions of one person have this cascading effect where, you know, fucking Kinzo treats Kraus a certain way, and then because of that, he treats Ava a certain way, and because of that, Ava treats George a certain way, etc., right? And it just ends up being bad for everybody. Because, you know, George has talked about how, like, he's willing to do the whole, like, being the next head thing, but it's not really what he cares about. He just wants to, like, live a good life, you know? So it's like everybody is being forced into these expectations because of the family they come from.
When it's not doing horror tropes, it's very emotionally realistic. When it's not doing horror tropes just to do horror tropes.
Real.
I like it.
But I like it. Real.
Alright, is this me narrator?
Yeah.
Oh, also as a side note, I mentioned that Kyrie is the part 4 character, but I thought it was really crazy that, like, we get stories about, like, exclusively the female members of the family, like, they're all the secondary main characters in these stories, which is cool because it's like it's kind of getting past that idea that the family itself pushes forward, where, like, you know, the women are the ones who are able to, like, step up and like, come to a not a position of power, but, like, be willing to actually be, like, proactive in the situation.
Yeah.
Girl power.
Well, I think because the story's about magic, and they have the room to, I think, have the space for that emotionally, but the men are just like, oh, yes, business.
Business,
money, Beatrice.
Well, that's just one of them.
That's like 2 of them.
Well, at this point, yeah. But that was a development, all right? Battler didn't start snuff film victim. He
started out with boobs.
He worked up to it.
Yeah.
He worked up to snuff film victim.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we gotta read out.
I was gonna, but
Damn, chill.
When Kyrie shook her shoulders, Ava jumped and awoke from her doze.
I'm sorry. I was half asleep. I'm sorry to scare you.
Aunt Ava, you were out cold. Did you get up early this morning?
Maybe. I'll let you all see something embarrassing. Oh, I let you all see something embarrassing. I'm sorry.
Well, I'd say it's pretty impressive you were relaxed enough to sleep. Battler kept yelling, "We're gonna fall! We're gonna drown!"
Can't get bored with this guy around.
Shut up! All humans have at least one thing they're weak against.
Battler and Jessica came in, messing around. Rudolph also made a face as if asking, "Are you okay?" Get a hold of yourself. When you see Dad and the rest, all that sleepiness will go right out the window. Let's all give it our best, okay?
That's right. We have to keep it together, especially this year.
Also, now that she just went on her whole tirade about... That's funny. Now that she just, like, went on her whole tirade about how she wants to be the head member so bad, it just made me realize, like, that's fucking represented in her design. Because everybody else, you know, they've got the crest, like, somewhere on their outfit, right? But it's all over her dress and literally tattooed on her fucking skin.
Yeah.
Like, she is glazing for the family hardcore.
Yeah.
Also, her dress is, like, Chinese princess.
Yeah,
dress.
it's a martial artist fit, kind of.
Yeah, I believe it's called a kipao.
Ooh, that's cool.
What'd you call me?
All right, bro.
Don't you ever fucking call me something like that again.
Dude, you can't say that on Twitch! You can't say that on Twitch!
That's it. Let's all tighten our assholes and go.
Yeah! Those strict words.
Rudolph said some weird shit, I don't know, in a small voice that only Ava could hear. Failure would not be tolerated in this year's family conference. All of their companies were hanging in the balance. Even Rudolph's face looked a little tense. Ava's expression probably looked tense as well.
Hi, I'm George!
Mom, I have luggage! There's totally no ulterior motives happening this year. Let's go up onto the deck.
Thank you. You really are considerate, George.
My wife. I mean, why are you thanking me so suddenly? It's not like you, Mother.
My wife?
My wife.
Ava, George, we're there. Grab our luggage.
We're there!
Hey, Maria, stop running or you'll trip.
Fuck you.
It seemed Maria was already getting excited. She ran circles around Hideyoshi, escaping from Rosa, who was trying to catch her. What is it, Mother? You feel sick? You pulling a battler?
George, take our luggage and go on ahead. Your mother's probably feeling anemic, so I'll lend her a hand.
Really? Okay, I'll head out first.
My wife?
Wife? Something odd in Ava's expression told Hideyoshi that it hadn't been a pleasant awakening, so he made George go on ahead. Rudolph's family and Rosa's family also went up onto the... What do you mean her family? It's just her and Maria. Leaving only Ava and Hideyoshi inside the boat.
That's fucked up, bro. They're a family.
A fucked up one.
Shane hates single moms.
Single abusive moms.
I'm gonna yell at my mom real quick.
Oh,
God.
shit.
Oh, my God.
We're reversing the cycle. No. Ava had a vague expression on her face, as though she still hadn't been able to escape from her daydream.
What's wrong? Why the meek face?
I wonder if I'm using George as a tool for my own revenge. I wonder if my childish hostility towards Nissan has caused me to treat that child's life like a toy. What have I done? What have I...
That isn't true. George is our wonderful son, and he'll always perform admirably wherever he goes. Ava, even if you let your own hopes get in the way a bit, everything turned out okay in the end, hasn't it? You haven't done anything wrong. In fact, George is grateful for the strict discipline you gave him, right?
Really? Hey, really? George doesn't think I'm a terrible mother, does he? Does he? Does he? Does he?
He's never said anything like that once. Not even once. You're just worrying too much.
Hideyoshi-sama, everyone has left the boat. Oh, did you lose something? Do you need a hand?
Dude, I love that fucking sprite of her. It's so funny
She's
looking.
just listening on everything.
Kumasawa had come to check on them when they hadn't gone up to the deck. Hideyoshi hid Ava behind his back so that her expression wouldn't be seen.
Hideyoshi, my guy.
Yeah, sorry. My necktie pin just got a bit crooked. We're fine and we'll be out in a sec. Wait outside for us.
Is that so? Then I will wait outside.
Even though she didn't really understand, Kumasawa realized that something had come up and disappeared so that she didn't trouble them further. If they stayed here any longer, they would probably make everyone else worry too.
It's about time to go. We'll make George and the rest worry.
George really doesn't despise me.
Yeah, nothing of the sort. In fact, he's very grateful. Did you have a nightmare? Again?
Yes.
Hideyoshi knew that Ava was often tormented by nightmares, and they always grew more marked on the days leading up to the family conference. Hideyoshi knew that Ava's relationship with Kraus was still full of antagonism, to the point of being traumatic, and that she still couldn't let go of the feelings she had as a child.
That was a dream. I'm with you now. If I grasp your hand like this, that dream will go away. Right? Look, I'm holding tight.
That hurts. Thank you.
See, bro,
I'm
this
fine
is
now.
why George is a wife guy. He was raised by a wife guy.
Yeah.
True.
Let's get off the boat.
Yeah, let's get off the boat. Everyone's waiting for us.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I yelled at you about the smoke from your cigarettes just now.
Come on, you normally wouldn't apologize for that sort of thing. You're all frail after having that dream. Don't worry about it. I was wrong for not realizing that the smoke was affecting you.
Have you started to hate me?
No way, no way. If I hated you after something like that, we wouldn't have lasted 3 days. Come on, stand up, stand up. Let's get off the boat.
They're so sweet.
No, yeah, even from the beginning, I always liked them like the most as a pair because you can tell they have like a
Yeah.
real relationship.
Also, it just makes me very happy, at least because Ava found someone like that was like an actual good person to make her lean into, you know, being less independent. Like, because like that's her at her core, right? But that was because she felt like she had to.
Yeah, like that's what I was kind of saying before. Like she says like, oh, I've been fueled by this like this revenge and this anger.
Yeah.
And you know, I've always been so successful by myself. And it's like, yeah, but that's you know, did you ever really actually want that? And like we just
Yeah.
saw like when she's actually in the presence of her husband, she acts a lot more traditionally feminine.
Mhm.
So like I think that the reason why she's like so, you know, antagonistic towards that like type of demeanor in the first place is mostly because of her upbringing, not because like that's naturally how she is, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's like reverse psychology, you know, from the parent, where like Kinzo's always like, oh, you're so mannish, you're always like, you know, this rough and tumble tomboy, where like she's not even really like that.
Mhm.
Legit just wanted to get an education.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, it sounds like her desire to be the head came from Kraus hammering it home that she would never be. And all she wanted to do was go to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like that was her initial...
Yeah, they brought up her interest in martial arts as well, so it's also a product of like both Kinzo and Kraus, like kind of like I mentioned, putting her in that box where it's like, oh, you don't actually behave like a man, but you have interest in traditionally masculine things, so that makes you mannish.
Meow.
Father, Ava has a personality.
Yeah, even though she is literally just a person with interests.
Father, strike her.
Father, strike her.
I can't believe he literally said be fruitful and multiply.
Crazy.
Hideyoshi-sama, Eva-sama, is everything alright? Are you not feeling well? Maro.
I don't.
This time it was Goda. It looked like they'd kept everyone waiting too long after all. Even Eva had to stand up without grumbling now. She had to stop forcing a bad mood onto her husband and causing him any more trouble. Because that wasn't something a good wife should do. Is everything okay? If it's a matter concerning your health, shall I call Dr. Nanjo?
Thanks, but I'm feeling just a little anemic. I'm fine now.
It's a woman's disease. Don't worry about it.
Bro. Come on. Don't say stuff like that in front of people. It's embarrassing.
Oh, sorry.
Eva elbowed Hideyoshi in the gut. By that time, her noble expression had returned, which allowed Hideyoshi to relax a little.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a cool shot of the boat.
The bright sunlight outside almost made her dizzy. A small plank for getting off the boat was lowered, and Goda was waiting there, smiling and ready to lend them a hand. Please, Eva-sama, your hand.
Thank you.
Welcome to Rockinjima.
Oh. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Huh? Oh.
When she left the boat, it seemed to Eva as though she'd heard the voice of her young self. No, it hadn't seemed that way. Someone had told her, welcome back. Okay, that was her. After becoming a shameless adult, the voice of a young self was distant.
What am I living for? What can I do to release myself from this obsession?
Hideyoshi heard her talking to herself. When Hideyoshi held on tightly to Eva's shoulders, his firmness alone told her that there was no need to say any more. Maybe because the typhoon was getting closer, the lively cries of the seagulls which had greeted them when they arrived couldn't be heard at all.
It's probably my favorite song in the game, this one.
It's a good one.
This one is very good as well. No, I really like the soundtrack of this game because I love atmospheric music.
Yeah. Oh boy!
Okay, we're skipping.
2
But I
o'clock!
like, people always say I like atmospheric music, and it's like, you know, a 432 hertz drone with like a bird noise every now and then. No, I want like atmosphere
Alright.
that's like heavy. Like give me some
Yeah.
like I want to feel that shit. That's what I want from atmospheric music. I don't want fucking like wheel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's like a Hollywood schlock drama music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We on the beach.
What? You mean 6 years ago? I mean, I was still in elementary school back then, right? It's pretty unfair to expect me to remember everything, don't you think?
True, especially because we're so young. We've grown a lot in these 6 years. If I hadn't been introduced, I might not have even remembered you.
Really? I figured he was Battler right away. And when he opened his mouth, I was sure.
I just met him for the first time. I didn't know him 6 years ago.
That's right. Maria-san was only 3 years old then.
Well, the same goes for me. I only knew Maria when she was 3 years old, and she's grown so big, of course I wouldn't recognize her.
Alright, Battler.
Yeah, I
Get
was
in
saying
there.
battler time, right? Finally.
Battler time.
After lunch, we had all gone out to the beach to walk around, talk, and take it easy. Our parents were apparently having a suspicious, complicated discussion, so we ended up leaving them behind. Well, just as I'd guessed from the start, the conversation focused on me since I'd been away for 6 years.
Oh, hold on. Too far away. I had to lean back in my chair.
Oh dear.
Still, you've gotten pretty tall. I wouldn't call myself short, but your height really surprises me.
That's right. I remember well what Battler Sama was like 6 years ago, but I was surprised even so.
Yeah, seriously. I can hardly believe that this is the same Battler we knew back then.
I'm surprised how much everyone remembers about it. My memory's all hazy.
Yeah, I'll bet. Looks like it's taking you a while to remember us. You know, that hurts a bit.
You just did this.
Come on, this was 6 years ago, right? I'm the one who has it bad, being forced to remember.
Are you saying that you can't remember well because it was 6 years ago? I can't remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday.
Well, your memory's great after all. You remember the kind of things Battler did and said back then pretty clearly, don't you?
Come to think of it, that's right. Shannon's memory can be incredible when you least expect it. I'm horrible at remembering. I can remember fun things, but I can't remember boring things at all. It's just like
Yeah,
me.
she's super autistic.
Alright.
Only remembers things that she is interested in. We all laughed, saying that everyone was like that.
Shannon, by the way, what was Battler like 6 years ago? Remember any interesting episodes? Let's see. I'm sure he said something like this when he left. I'll be back.
See you again.
See you again!
I'll surely come for you riding a white horse.
Ah, stop it! It's so embarrassing!
Sounds just like something you'd say. Yeah, I remember you always used to be full of those stupid lines, Battler.
Really does sound like something Battler would have said back then.
What were you saying to my wife?
Yeah. Guys, I'm so attached to them now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm way more down for the mellow conversations now. They're not boring anymore. I'm so happy.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Embarrassing? Is that embarrassing?
Yeah, horribly embarrassing. Maria, I'm sure that when you're in middle school, you'll want to say embarrassing stuff like that. When that happens, make sure you write it down and read it 3 times before saying it out loud. If you don't, you'll definitely regret it. Still, everyone has to pass through that pitiful period. That's right. That's how you learn your place, learn shame, and become an adult. Yeah, it's one of those bittersweet things everyone does in adolescence as they transition to becoming adults. A memory you just want to forget. Ah. After all, this was all stuff I'd let slip out without thinking, so I don't remember the words exactly. But now that those words were being recited to me, they were as embarrassing as all hell.
Hi, Ghost Drake. Welcome. We
What
just
up,
started
Ghost?
episode 3 of UMINEKO.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You see, I had that phase, but that was around the same phase where I became obsessed with learning facts. So when I'd say stuff like that, I'd be like, did you know koalas have chlamydia?
Mhm.
Fine.
Yeah, I
asked
don't
my
know.
auntie if chickens had talons, and she's like, I don't know.
It's funny because like I when I was in that period, like because of the tism, I was always still down to be myself, but I wasn't socially aware enough to realize that some people didn't like myself. So I was just like, I was nice to everybody, and everybody thought I was just a fucking dope.
I knew adults like me, so I just hung out with adults.
I only recently came to understand this weakness, and was working hard to avoid such careless outbursts, but I guess I was just born with the habit of speaking without thinking, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Shannon, do you remember any other embarrassing stuff?
Yes, well, I remember a few other things, but since it looks like the person in question wants to forget them, I think I'll refrain from saying any more.
To be brutally honest, I don't remember this at all. Please don't make me remember.
Shannon's bullying Battler? You can't! You shouldn't bully people!
Stop bullying.
She really isn't bullying him. Let's leave it at that, okay? But Shannon, you'll have to tell me about it sometime Battler isn't around. Sounds pretty interesting.
Pushes up glasses.
Yes, certainly.
No, you can't! Shannon-chan!
Gonna
For a
publish
while,
it in
George
the
Aniki laughed at me,
newspaper.
as though warming up for when Shannon-chan would tell him more about my embarrassing misspeaks.
Oh my god. You just see George in the middle of the night with a knife at Battler's neck. What'd you say? What the fuck you say?
Go back to sleep, Battler.
George looked like he was flirting with Shannon, but he seemed somewhat open and frank about it. He was always that way with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when he came in contact with the servants. When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was being a bit overly friendly, which seemed strange. Of course, he's the only noticer. Maria started scribbling in the sand with a stick, and George, Aniki, and Shannon-chan joined in. This left me and Jessica off to the side, so I asked her secretively.
Well, Jessica knows, though, right?
Yeah, she's a knower.
Yeah, the battler is a noticer.
Yeah.
Hey, Jessica, is George Aniki, going out with Shannon-chan?
Oh? What the? How'd you guess? Paddler, you've got a keener eye for people than I thought.
Huh? What? I was just kidding, but they're actually going out?
Shh! Your voice is too loud! It looks like they're keeping it a secret for now, okay?
It'd be better if nobody found out about it, especially Aunt Ava.
I see. Love with a servant, huh? Yeah, but since when? Whew, I guess a lot can happen in 6 years. But yeah, Haneki's an amazing person, and Shannon-chan seems to be kind and brave. So they might make a pretty good match. Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. I see. She fits really well with George Aniki. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, my fleeting first love of 6 years ago.
Cries.
Dude, I knew it! I knew he hella wanted her!
Yeah.
Which means that the collection of embarrassing lines Shannon had just held back on probably had something to do with that. Oh, I can't take it! How long have they been going out?
That depends on what you call going out, but I think it's been at least a year. But if you count the time they both had one-sided feelings, it'd probably be several years.
Before I'd realized it, the two of them had separated themselves from the group and were walking down the beach, talking about something. It looked calm, and rather than a light relationship between two lovers, it looked more like a serious one, as though they were already engaged.
What?
6 years ago, huh? That's a long time. What did those 6 years mean to me? I've just gotten taller. It was just a waste of time. 6 years I spent obstinately fighting with my dad.
What about you, Battler? You got a girlfriend?
I wonder. There's a few girls that I have fun with, but there's no only one. I guess I'm just a kid. I think it's more fun to be noisy with a large group of people than being alone with one person.
That's so you, Battler. But take your relationships with your female friends seriously. When girls get the wrong impressions or form a group, it can be scary, you know? They might be having secret feuds over you behind your back with people getting hurt or crying.
That's so weird. I think I remember getting the same bit of advice from one of the girls in my class just last week. What's this all about? Why can't everyone just have fun together? Do people really want to couple up that much?
It's probably because you never found a partner like that, Battler. Well, you might run into someone sooner or later. You've just gotta wait patiently.
What? It almost sounds like you've already found a partner like that. What about you? Have you gotten a boyfriend?
Huh? Me? No,
Furniture fucker, furniture fucker. Come on. That reaction's so easy to understand. From the looks of it, there's some boy you're thinking about, but you haven't been able to confess to him yet. Something like that.
No, that's not, shut up! Who cares about that?
If you're the one who brought up the subject, why are you yelling at me now? Women are creatures who always ask questions and yet almost never answer them. What cruel creatures, seriously.
Well, I did try to confess once. Well,
Man.
I struck out pretty badly.
Did you get an I'm sorry?
No, well, my feelings were seriously one-sided, and they didn't really know how to respond, I guess.
Man.
It was like they didn't view me that way at all.
Well, I can understand that. You talk like a man, after all. If you don't act a bit more graceful, you won't be able to catch a boy's interest.
God damn it, Battler.
Is it really? Is the way I speak really that bad?
Well, how you talk isn't everything, but when people like you, who usually have a rough style of speech, suddenly start working hard to talk more normally, well, there are guys out there whose heart will skip a beat when they see how determined you are.
Is that really true? I see. Yeah.
Jessica suddenly started talking more meekly, and then her face instantly went slightly red. I see. Even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But still, I get it. After seeing how close George Aniki and Shannon Chan have gotten, I also kinda want to find a girlfriend. 6 years. 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they went by pretty fast. As the typhoon approached, the clouds grew steadily grayer, but even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll try thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs. By the way, it looks like George Aniki's going out with a servant. Don't tell me it's the same for you.
What? Why do you think that?
These kids don't get out. Come to think of it, that kid Cannon-kun who greeted us in the Rose Garden, you were covering for him pretty intensely, considering he was just a little awkward at talking.
Dude, he's a noticer!
No, that's not... Now you're getting paranoid.
What is this game? It's a visual novel. You gotta, pick up the pace here. This is standard fare. Bro should have seen the last stream.
Bro should have seen the last stream.
And tell me just one thing, right now. Is the boy you're after within 1 kilometer of this spot?
Well, about that, I wonder...
Cannon-kun was the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend. So, judging by her reaction, I was right on. I didn't think of the Ushinomiya family as a noble family, but love with a servant. I wouldn't have dreamed that 2 pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me. Aunt Ava would probably become an obstacle to George Aniki and Shannon Chan's love. If Aunt Ava ever learned that Shannon Chan was the partner of her only beloved son, she'd probably scream at her for trying to steal away her precious George. And a relationship between Jessica and Cannon-kun would probably be just as full of difficulties. And Natsuhi was also very strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ushinomiya family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, things would get complicated. Well, love is different for every person. As long as you're with someone who's fun to be around, does anything else matter? When 2 people pair up, they don't need anyone's permission, as long as they accept each other. Worrying about what your parents or family will say means you've already lost. Don't forget that. You better not go out with someone with mixed feelings.
I can't believe you're saying something so philosophical sounding when you haven't even been in love.
Don't treat love like a matter of profit and loss. It's about heart. That's all I have to say. Well then, see you again! Have a nice day!
George Nissan Shannon, listen! This guy, he said one of those lines in English!
I didn't say anything! Don't make fun of me! Don't make fun of me!
I heard it! See you again!
For a while, we forgot that the wind was getting stronger and played around on the beach. I grew a lot these past 6 years, and being able to celebrate my youth and meet with all of my cousins was truly refreshing. It was a bit late now, but I realized that I should have gotten back together with everyone a lot sooner, and returned to the Ushinomiya family. It sure is nice to have all the cousins together every once in a while.
I like it too. It's really fun when all the cousins get together.
That's right. We're already old enough. It's not like we couldn't meet each other when our parents aren't around. It might not be a bad idea to gather the cousins together and play every once in a while.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Maybe we should set up something like that at the next time we get a chance.
Grown-ass man, y'all want to come over and play?
Yeah, I agree. I hope we cousins can stay friends forever.
This only works because we're all equally autistic.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you make such a big deal of it, you almost make it sound like relatives usually end up hating each other.
Have you met our parents?
George Aniki and Jessica laughed, but it just felt a little strained. Did I say something wrong? Judging by how our parents made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride in the airport, maybe I should have kept that to myself. You're right. Go ahead.
To steal what Ghost Trick said, who do you think mains who in Mario Kart?
Battler for sure playing
Bowser.
Nah, I think he's playing Dry Bones.
Hey, fucking dry bones.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh, there's so many characters.
I feel like Kraus plays Wario.
George for sure just picks Mario.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Or Luigi.
I think he picks Luigi because he's green. He likes
Luigi.
green. You like green. I
I
have
think,
no idea what
if anything, I think Rosa would pick Bowser.
Rosa would.
she
Rosa
would.
would.
You're right. It's just like Jessica said. Let's always be friends to each other.
Me too. We're all friends.
That's right. Yeah, we'll always be together. We'll always be friends.
I hope
None
nothing
of us
bad
will
happens.
die. Everything will be good.
Super natural interference happens.
Man,
That's
we've
not real.
we've been saying some pretty embarrassing stuff. I kind of feel awkward.
But I think it's very important. People are creatures who find it very hard to stay together, much less remain friends, unless they truly desire it.
That's right. You really can't take everyone being friendly for granted.
Latrino said it. Happiness won't be granted unless everyone believes in it.
That's true. Maybe some magic exists in the power of belief. If you all believe in that, I'm sure it'll bring us happiness.
I think she'd main Toad because I think she thinks he's cute.
No, she'd do baby Rosalina.
All right. Well, if we're doing embarrassing stuff already, let's swear to believe in this together, okay? That we'll always be friendly and we'll always be happy.
Ew, no, cringe.
Like hell, we'll end up like our parents. As if we'd ever search for each other's weaknesses, going after grandfather's fortune. Okay, we'll always be friendly and happy. Let's all believe in that. No matter how much we cousins try to nostalgically have fun, dark clouds continue to approach Rokkenjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and let us see the clear skies before we leave this island. Who cares about what our parents are planning? Who cares about the inheritance and the honor of our old family? As youthful as we were renewing our old friendship, and we all believed together that we could find happiness. That's why I want this pair of days to end without anything weird happening. In peace and happiness. And calmly. No, I don't just want them to end. Please let them end.
Let them end?
Oh my god. Gotta ruin a good thing. Gotta ruin a good thing. Damn it! Don't show up! Don't appear! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I finally prepared a new game. Come, let us begin this tale of tragedy. Come to me, winds, rain, typhoon! Cut this island off from the real world. Throw Rokkenjima into another realm, into the spirit world, into a world of fantasy!
Or don't.
Oh!
That's all it takes for Battler to screw up her spell. He just says or don't, and it like ruins.
Or don't.
Yeah, right?
And so the tale repeated for the third time. However, to an endless witch, what did it matter whether it was the first, second, or third time? It probably didn't matter at all. After all, this was a tale of fantasy, endlessly repeating until the match was settled. Would Battler surrender first, or would the witch? And who would be naked this time?
Yeah.
Who gets naked first?
In part 4, they better just fuck on screen. Like at that point.
On screen, full
Yep.
graphic.
Hey, I love a good H scene.
The sky grew dark and cloudy, and the rain and wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling, going around in circles searching for that single rose that should have been hers.
Sheen, I'm so sorry. Can you turn up your mic a little more? Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me.
This is better.
Yes!
Okay, so she's looking for the rose.
Not here! Not here, my rose! That wee Martin isn't here!
Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here, and yet it wasn't anymore. She didn't know what to do with her irritation not being able to find something that should have been there. And moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she'd been able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But even though she did that, there was no way to find something that wasn't there. Wait, was them marking it with a piece of trash when Rokonjima goes into the other dimension? The trash like holds that flower in the real world, so it like disappears.
Maybe.
I don't know.
When the, I wonder if it's like representative. It's like a rosebud Inception sled
Maybe.
type thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I think I probably gotta go and start getting ready for D&D.
Oh.
I fucking just woke up from my fucking graveyard shift before we did this, so I'd like to get something to eat before I have to sit down again.
Oh boy.
I'm actually quite sad because I'm wanting this shit to keep going, but we will have to wait.
Well, looks like we have to save it for next time.
I forgot. So
That's-
Shane, did you say that you could do Wednesday? I forgot.
This Wednesday at least.
I'd be down to do a bonus episode on Wednesday, perhaps.
I mean, I only have a repeat of another game I'm playing this week, so I don't mind doing a double feature. If it was
I
rolled down
could
for it.
probably shoot for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can try to make it happen, and you know, if it doesn't, no biggie. We still got
Okay.
Sunday.
Just let me know when you guys are free, cause I'm basically free all afternoon and evening. So
Also, here's my question: if we're gonna keep visual novels as a consistent thing around here, because Shane, you said you're down to read other stuff, right? Did we want to, after we finish
Yes.
this, because we're actually getting close to the end? Are we going straight to the second half?
I mean, I'd really like to because that's the only part I haven't read.
I mean,
I'd be
yeah, that's why I'm asking, just making sure everybody's down, because I
Yeah.
mean, dude, this shit is long. I've never read a VN this long, actually.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah, because UMINEKO's like the longest one like fucking ever that I can think of. Considering it's literally condensed into 2 games, like the entire story. Because like I think the longest one that I've read was probably, I don't know, like 60, 70 hours maybe. But that really doesn't get that close to topping this game.
If I happen to be available when you're doing Phoenix Wright, I could pop in and do voices if you want.
LMAO. Well, I start stream like 1 p.m.
Wait, you're doing Ace Attorney, babe?
Yeah, for my next Thursday story game, I'm gonna do Ace Attorney.
Fake visual novel and real visual novel on the same channel.
It's gonna be really great. I'm very excited.
Remember, guys, Ace Attorney is not on VNDB, so if somebody says that it's a visual novel, they are wrong and should die.
Okay, so well, if
Game
you're
with
free
story.
on Wednesday, just shoot me the time and then
Yeah.
we could do it. Cause you're off Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my days off are Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah. So Shane, whenever you're free on Wednesday, you can hit us up if you're free.
Understood.
Yeah. But anyways, fellas, I hope you have a good rest of the night. I'll see you tomorrow for
Phoenix
stream.
Wright is a puzzle game with cutscenes. I will not hear otherwise. So true and based. All right, goodbye.
All right, bye everybody.
That's just a theory.
Okay.
Shiromiya theory.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah.